You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello and welcome to another episode of Unstoppable Actors. Welcome back if you're returning. So good to have you here. I'm so excited by how many messages I'm getting about how much this podcast is loved. Oh gosh, honestly, it really fills my heart and makes me smile every time I get one of those beautiful messages. So please do keep them pouring in because it keeps me inspired. And then, of course, I know who I'm doing the podcast for when I see your faces inside the DMs on Instagram. And if you have just come across this podcast by accident, as most people do, they've just stumbled across it, welcome. So good to have you here. I am an acting coach, as you know, you've heard it in the intro, and I am very, very, very passionate about method acting. But I'm also super passionate about actors tapping into their highest potential and being the best actors that they can be, which is what's led me onto this episode, because a conversation came up in last night's character development class inside the Method Actor Circle, all about playing repulsive characters. And this is not the first time this conversation has come up. And this is, when we're talking about repulsive characters, it's things like serial killers, baby killers, paedophiles, like the hard characters, the hard-hitting characters. And I absolutely understand why some actors would have reservations about playing these types of characters and would have reservations about getting deep into the psyche of one of these kind of people. Absolutely understand it. So I'm going to impart my knowledge with you on this, because let's remember, the world does have a fascination with these kind of people. There is absolute morbid curiosity out there, because productions have been made from everyone from Ian Brady, who was a UK serial killer, all the way through to Eileen Wuornos, I think that's how you say her name. Charlize Theron played her in the film Monster, and obviously there's been countless more productions, film productions, TV productions since. We've got a morbid curiosity as humans. We've just got to acknowledge and accept that. So there is a good chance that you might play one of these types of characters. And of course, then we've got Louis Theroux, who has done documentaries on paedophiles. We have to acknowledge that these people are in society. We have to acknowledge that we might be tasked with playing with one of these characters, and it might cause lots of concern for us. Before I impart my knowledge on you, I am just going to let you know that the Method Actor Circle has currently got 50% off of the first month. This discount will never, ever, ever, ever be offered again. At the time of recording this podcast, it is only available for the next 4 days. This is exactly the training that you need for where you're at right now with your acting career and your performances. The classes are fortnightly. They're held online in a brilliant, supportive and nurturing workshop space. They are practical, they are intense, they are in depth, they are thorough. They will load you up with the exercises that you need to bring more life, more truth, and more imagination to your roles. So you stand out and you make the casting directors and agents who see your work, you make their eyes pop out of their head, because they are like, oh my God, this actor's work is so unbelievably truthful. So the work we do inside the fortnightly drop-in classes in the Method Actor Circle will not only make you stand out, it will make you sellable and snap-upable. I know that's not a word, I know I've just made it up, but I know that that's what you need in your acting career. So when you finish listening to this episode, go underneath it and click the link and use the discount code Unstoppable50. It will never ever be given again, this 50% off. I know I've already said it, but I want to say it again because it's that important. Just come and try it for a month. We've got audition classes, character development classes, weekly craft of acting Q&As. All classes are recorded, so any you can't make because they're dropping, you can watch the recordings and you can even see yourself back and see how you are coming across and see why the feedback you got was given. Anyway, let's explore this tasty subject of playing repulsive characters. It's definitely one that could probably continue after the episode is finished. So an actress raised the point in the character development class last night inside the Method Actors Circle that she would be really frightened to play one of these kind of roles because she'd be scared that she'd be attacked outside of the production for people thinking she was really like that. I do think that is a valid fear that has happened in the UK with TV soaps with some actors. But the other reason she gave is that she doesn't agree with their behaviours and obviously finds them repulsive. And here's my thoughts on this. As I've already said, the world has got a morbid curiosity when it comes to things like this because we are fascinated by it. I mean, there are loads and loads of books that are written on serial killers as well as all the productions that are done. So here's the first thing to say. If a role like this is offered to you, remember you've got autonomy over your own career. So you can always turn a role down like this if you don't feel comfortable with it. So on the other side of the coin, you might want to go, I need time to think about this kind of role because I need to weigh up what this is actually going to do for my career and my development as an artist. And remember, we do call ourselves artists because we are, and we are constantly in the process of learning and evolving. So if you weigh up everything and it turns out that, you know what, this is going to be a good call, good shout for my acting career, there is potential for it to open more doors, and it's a character that, whilst I don't agree with what they've done, it will enhance and develop my skills. If you've weighed them up and you've come to that conclusion and you go, well, yeah, that means it's worth taking this role on, then do take it on. And here's what I suggest. First things first, absolutely acknowledge your own disgust at this person's behaviour before you get started with any character development work. Because it's okay and it is valid to feel disgusted. Give space for that, because if you don't give space for it, you'll suppress it and it will probably come up at some point in the production. Then the second thing is, once you've given space and you've aired out all of your disgust at this person's behaviour, then take a step back. This might be quite hard, but remove your judgments about their behaviour and find the human in the character. As hard as this may be, I know it is definitely something that is hard to swallow or take on board, especially when we're thinking about characters like paedophiles, because it can bring up a lot of feelings inside of us. But try and find the human in the character. Try and find the human in the character in the sense that they are still someone's son or daughter. They are still someone's grandson or granddaughter. They are still someone's niece or nephew. They are still an auntie or an uncle. I know it is challenging to take this on board. And what can be even more challenging is going, they still have a kind side, and they will. And that's hard. That's definitely a hard pill to swallow. But we have to remove the judgments, and we do have to find those sides in that person. And then the third thing to do is keep asking why. Why would someone make the choice to do this? What is going on inside of their head? What would lead someone to believe that it is okay to make these choices? And that's essential groundwork in playing any character, but especially these types of characters which are hard-hitting and just bloody hard to play in general anyway. It is so important that you do remove your judgments, because when you judge the role, you can't play the role. If you start judging them, it only serves to create distance between you and them. You playing that role does not mean you agree with their behaviours. You playing that role does not mean you are anything like them with those disgusting behaviours. How I would approach this, I would approach it from a mindset of, what is my mission with acting? And if you've listened to this podcast for any amount of time, any number of episodes, you know I talk about this a lot. My mission is to heal the world one audience member at a time. If I was to play a role like this, I would go, okay, I've got to do this absolute justice, because maybe, just maybe there will be one person who has made choices like this or is thinking of making choices like this, and they see my work and they go, fuck no, I'm not going to do it. And it makes them self-aware. I don't know. I mean, I can't say that would happen, but that is the line of thought that I would be taking with this kind of work. And then, after the production has ended, you need to use an exercise called Step Out to absolutely reset your nervous system and disassociate from that person and that character. And you need to do all of the things that you find enjoyable in your life as you the actor. For me, that would be exercise, running, weight training, yoga, self-defense, all those beautiful exercises that I love doing. It would be painting. It would be reconnecting with my friends and just having beautiful conversations with them and spending nice time with them. It would be reconnecting with my nieces and nephews and just finding the joy and pleasure in life again, to totally distance myself from them. Now, it could bring up unresolved trauma in you playing a role like this. We can't deny that. And if it does, and if it really affects you, you then need to go and take some therapy sessions. And this is not a bad thing. There are so many actors out there who think, oh my God, I've been so affected by this character, I've had to go into therapy, and that is so bad. No, it isn't. It isn't. Taking therapy is healthy. It's showing that you are a healthy individual. You would look after your nutritional health. You would look after your physical health, so why wouldn't you look after your emotional health? If you need to take therapy, there's bloody nothing wrong with you. It means you're unravelling and decompressing from this character in a healthy way. There's nothing wrong with you for doing that. So to play these characters, in fact, any character, you need the exercises that are going to take you away from the mental monologue that blocks you, and so you can get yourself into a state of creativity, so the character is real for the audience, because that's why we're doing it, isn't it? We're doing it for the audience. And these are the exercises that we take you through in the Method Actor Circle. This is an exclusive monthly membership for beginner and aspiring actors and unknown and jobbing actors who are serious about having a paying acting career. I arm you up in the character development classes, the audition classes, which are dropping, so you don't have to attend them all, and you can watch the replays if you can't attend them. And, we do encourage you, obviously, to attend them all, but if you can't, you don't have to. But these are the exercises I take you through inside the Method Actor Circle. They give you depth and intensity, so your work stands out and you start landing more roles. So please do go and take advantage of that 50% off the first month. The discount code is Unstoppable50. The link is underneath the episode. If you don't like it after the first month, that's absolutely fine. No questions asked. Just leave. Cancel your subscription. It's totally okay. But it's worth trying it out. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've got a little bit passionate, as you can hear, but I hope it's given you food for thought even, and I will see you inside the Method Actors Circle. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.